Seeds is just a launching pad for everything else that I want to do. It's a labor solely of my labor and my love. The first song is called Seeds. On there, I have a clip. I'm talking to a friend. The guy's name is Damone Tyrell. But I thought that, usually when you plant a seed, it's to do something good, it's to have a greater benefit. You plant a tomato seed, it feeds your whole family potentially. So yeah, you start with Seeds. The vibe of that beat was like what you would expect from a classic hip hop type thing. Like, I know people, actually I don't know what people think of me because I don't really ask. But when people talk to me and they tell me what I do, they say I do hip hop well. So I figured on the first track I would give you something that you might expect from me, something hip hop, slow, soulful, really vibey. So that was the inspiration for the first track. The next track is Black Magic. I wanted to immediately break the mold of what you think I can do, which is what Black Magic is about. Magic, because I feel like that's where thoughts and ideas and creativity come from. It is literally magic. The whole, do you believe in magic? Yes. It's thoughts. Creating nothing from something. That is magic. So next vibe after Seeds to me would naturally be something to break the mold and really introduce you into what the rest of the project's about. At the end of it, nobody knows it, but I put a clip of my dad talking on there. It was in reference to the Black Lives Matters movement. He's 50 something, mid 50s. We were talking about the reaction of all of the protests and the riots and all of that, and he said he doesn't understand what they're all upset for. He said, his struggle and his take on what happened during that time, it was a lot harsher than what it is now. And he said, racism, it does still exist, but it's not like how it was at all. There are more opportunities available for us now than they were for him then. His generation had to take and create and really fight to gain the equality that we are fighting for now. You can look at it two ways, wow, things ain't changed that much, or wow, we don't appreciate shit, because they definitely were different then. But either wow, we don't appreciate, or we don't understand how to look at something to be grateful for it. That was the whole idea of his speech. That was the conversation behind it. And the whole idea of Black Magic is just embracing blackness and embracing and understanding the magic that is in melanin or blackness, anything like that. So that's really what that was about. The next after that is Encouraged. I wanted to create something that, like, when I was a kid, I would go to church and I would feel like just moved. Like I would just leave out. I could just do anything. And I would get it from church. And I wanted to create a vibe that was like, it's something heavenly almost. Me sharing where and how I encourage myself and where I get it from. Because I do it from a very positive place internally. And I wanted to materialize that through sound. My guy Damone, his mom, shout out to Mama Moan too, because she's awesome. She was just giving me encouragement and, telling me as I was working on his project that one of the beats sounded like Pete Rock, and I thought she said Tupac. I wasn't listening. I thought she said Tupac, and I'm like, yeah, Tupac. I could hear him on this stuff. I don't get that a lot. Nobody in my circle who's like close to me, family, outside of music, anything like that, nobody says like, man, you are really talented, bro. Like, you really got it. And at the end of the day, it matters the most from them. It matters the most from them. I don't care who you are. You want your family to accept and embrace what you do. A stranger's love, encouragement, and enthusiasm about your work is life-changing. But at the core of that life-changing event, you want to know that your family is proud of you. And when you don't feel that, you have to create other avenues and embrace other avenues and people and drugs or whatever to help you to reach that point. of feeling positive about what you do.
It sounds like you rock the beat, baby. Really, really good. So keep up the good work.
The next after that is Can't Hold Me Back. That record was actually done for the Jay Brookins Beat Battle or Battle League, and I didn't use it because it was just that one record. I'm just like, man, if I can just get out the first round with these other records, then I'll play this one. And I could never get out the first fucking round, so I always wanted to play that. And it initially had a sample in it, Rick Ross, These Niggas Can't Hold Me Back, and I wanted to perform that kind of on stage as a way to say, like, even if I win or lose, you still can't keep me from what's mine. Like, this win isn't the win that I'm going for. You can't keep that from me. So that's really what that one was about. It was kind of like a protest almost. But I decided to use it in seeds because when you think of a seed and you think of an idea and you're working towards it, that seed, you think about an actual seed in the ground, it has to have a lot of persistence to break out of its shell and go upward into the sky and spread leaves and all that sort of stuff. It's got to have a lot of persistence. It has to, I can just imagine it saying like a bean seed just coming out. These haters can't hold me back. As it's wiggling out the shell. These haters can't hold, like every day, saying it like a million times every day, just growing centimeter. Can't hold me back. The next one is Water. I made that one to kind of support the idea of you can't hold me back. Without water, you won't grow. For me, water is when I'm on stage or when I see an artist on stage or see a person that's in a club or whatever and they like going in, dancing, really working it out, sweating, like giving their best, giving their all. And they aren't really made up of much else. I put a chorus on there that said, you got all the swag, do your dab, turn up, where's your water? And the whole idea of water is where's the depth? How are you nourishing your soul?
You got all the swag, do your dab, turn up, where's your water? You got all the swag, do your dab, turn up.
The next one is, I believe I called it The Wait, just because really it was kind of like a filler. When you plant it, see, I know it's just be brutally honest. Like be brutally, I am the same way in the studio. Like, don't ask me if I like something because I'm gonna tell you like the truth. Or ask me, like, I'm gonna tell the truth. But anyways, it was a filler in the sense of when you are planting seeds, there's a lot of wait time. There's a ton of wait time, and hopefully that wait time is filled with like something exciting. I swear to God, that is really what I thought. Like, it wasn't out of nowhere. I said, like, when I first came up with it, I was like, this is gonna sound like I'm bullshitting. This is gonna sound like I'm bullshitting, but I'm so serious. Like, I really intentionally put that on there with that purpose, to be something in between, to fill the time. And hopefully, as you're filling your time up with that seed and you planting your own seeds and you're waiting for it to grow, you're doing some cool shit. Because I know I'm doing cool shit when I'm waiting. But it's a filler. It's a filler. If you get it, then awesome, you get it. But if you don't, then it's a filler. Harvest is about just letting everything, that all the work and everything that you've put in, it's just about letting that shine, letting it be, going out and collecting the fruit that you bear from planting that seed. After the wait time, it's about going and getting it. There's a vocal clip on there from a friend of my grandmother's. He's a very, very wise guy. And he was pretty much saying, like, man, you're 25. I'm 25 right now. He said, after talking to you, he said, I can hear like the depth or the greatness or the maturity in you at 25. He said, it took me to get to 50 to be able to be as mature as you are right now. He said, keep doing what you're doing. You are on the right path. And hearing that from him, I felt encouraged. I felt everything that I had been doing to work hard for, the whole idea of not letting anybody hold me back, the whole idea of just embracing myself and loving myself and things like that. Just every theme, every title before that record, I felt it all come together during that moment when I was speaking to this gentleman. It just gave me, it was a confidence booster, and it wasn't like a super momentary, like, oh, I can do this. It was like, no, like, I really am making good decisions with my life. Harvest is kind of the celebration of that.